This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Therapy Online. Being human doesn't come with a user manual, and sometimes we don't have the tools we need to navigate life's stressors. Luckily, working with a therapist can help you gather those tools. Visit betterhelp.com/allies and navigate life with a little more ease.
Hello, welcome to the Easy Eyes podcast. I'm Daniel Bloodworth, coming to you from Los Angeles, California, where we are in a crazy heat wave. Yeah, just like hotness and eyes hurting and all that fun stuff. This weekend,
Y'all got eyes?
got
Eyes hurting?
Yeah, because the smoke or whatever.
Oh.
There's also a fire that started.
Okay.
Up the waves, but I definitely felt the
course
effects
there
of
was.
it. Yeah.
I was on the beach today and it was like 78 degrees.
Oh, nice.
It was like fine, and then I came down here and it was like 96, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
No, we had 110 yesterday. So.
Ooh. Wow.
Okay then.
This week I'm joined by Isla Hink and Brad Ellis.
Yo.
Hi.
Huber and Don are out sick. Damiani is also out this week. Gabby's working hard from home. It's just us.
It's just the three of us.
One big wide shot for everyone.
I could have gone in there and switched, but then it would just be these two sitting on the desk. And that felt weird, so we decided to just do one big shot.
Yeah.
And no lighting cues, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No,
I
no game
personally
lights.
love
Ouch.
the lighting cues. And I'm taking time code notes manually. Analog.
Yeah.
Analog.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, so we're here. We're making it happen. We're going to discuss some of the biggest headlines in video games this week. 343 is canceling plans to add split-screen campaign to Halo Infinite.
Whoa.
FromSoft is getting more cash from Sony and Tencent. And Kratos wants to keep playing with his food. But before he gets started, we need to choose a workout, buddy.
Oh,
Okay.
Each week, patrons submit game personalities for our character, Dawn Romantica, to work out with, raising
D-A-W-N.
Dawn's stats with every session. Yep, that's
Yeah.
D-A-W-N. It's up to us to choose the right workout buddies to guide her build and get her into shape for whatever ventures await her ahead. Last week, we chose Jules, the gym owner and wall market from FF7 Remake, doing squats for +1 strength.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before I get to our picks, I did have a good suggestion. I'm going to go with it. They say I shouldn't reveal the stats.
Oh.
Pick the characters, reveal the stats after.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So
As long as the
you'll get
stats
some
match up.
indication. You'll get some indication from what the exercise is, but you won't get the stat itself.
Yeah, there better not be something like doing strength training to get +1 speed or anything dumb like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, don't use a stat name and then go with the opposite stat. That would be weird. Yeah, strength training for +1 mind.
Yeah, don't do
Yeah.
But here are this week's potential candidates, submitted by Umair Zafar, Roxas from Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
+1 to annoyance.
But I love Roxas.
Is he annoying?
No.
Oh, okay. I guessed. I
So-
guessed wrong.
What a surprise.
You'll be sparring in a struggle match for several rounds,
Oh.
and then get sea salt ice cream afterwards.
Dude, sick.
A simple and clean workout. And I guess sea salt ice cream
It's-
is the
yeah,
encouragement.
it's in-
There's not a catchphrase there.
They actually eat a lot of it in the games.
Submitted by Sarah Knight.
Is it just frozen sea salt?
Yeah, it's like ice cream. It's like blue ice cream pop thing.
Rosalina from Super Mario Galaxy. Rosalina has invited Dawn Romantica to the Comet Observatory. There, Dawn will be able to float through space and work those legs to achieve mega jumps, as well as hardening their fists for punching the stars. Catchphrase, let us begin.
Not what I expected to be doing with Rosalina.
Yeah.
From Matt Galeza, you're going to be training with that guard from Skyrim. He's going to be putting you through a bunch of rigorous exercises, all based on blocking and dodging. You don't want to end up like him. His motivational phrase? I think we all know it.
Yeah.
Nobody say it.
And wait, there's one more. Duke Nukem's back.
Oh.
He didn't take no for an answer. Candyman0414 submitted Duke Nukem. Bicep curls. Catchphrase. So you know that one. It's time to kick and chew bubblegum. And I'm all
Kick
out of
what?
gum.
That's from They Live.
That's from Duke Nukem, too. So who are we going with?
It was probably from
out of
They
this
Live.
It
area?
was
first.
first, I believe. Yeah.
Roxas, Rosalina, that guard from Skyrim, or Duke Nukem.
Okay, I'm gonna hard veto Duke Nukem again.
I'm pissed that they are trying to claim They Live as a catchphrase. So yeah, I'm with you on
Yeah.
that.
Rosalina was
Rosalina.
jump training. What
Yeah.
was
Jumping in like low gravity?
Low gravity jump training, which I think that seems counterintuitive.
it? That seems counterintuitive.
But I'm curious to see how she does it. So
Google.
Google.
Google likes to sign me out
and
as soon as I
punching
start the show.
stars.
That happens to me too.
What was the third one again?
Roxas?
No, Roxas was the
Oh,
first
the
one.
guard from
The
Skyrim.
guard.
Oh yeah, no.
Blocking and dodging.
No, that
All
guy.
right, Rosalina.
If he was, I don't want to get lessons from that guy. He's got a bum knee.
Yeah, he's got a bad knee.
Can't train you good.
He got a bad knee, that guy. I say Rosalina, just because I like her. And you're gonna say Roxas.
Well, okay. Let me think about this. Actually, though, Roxas, the struggle thing is a fighting tournament with like weapons, and I don't know what stat that will. Maybe dexterity. I don't want to double down on strength because we got strength last time.
Yeah, Dex would be.
For low levels, we need to maybe pump a little more into the other stats to see.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Rosalina will give us. I don't know what stat would that
could
would
be
be.
Strength.
I don't know.
One
about
would
either of
expect it to
these.
be mind or spirit, but then the description of the activity was weird.
Okay, here's a double-edged sword though. Also, Roxas, you get ice cream at the end.
That's true.
Delicious. But how strict?
I could see
is
you
our
getting
training?
like spirit from Roxas or something.
Spirit. Spirit could
Let's
be
go
good.
Roxas.
All right. Yeah, let's do Roxas.
Roxas.
What's the stat?
Roxas. +1 swordsmanship.
Oh.
Temporary -1 to constitution if you're lactose intolerant.
Do we know if Don Romantica is lactose intolerant?
We're not. It's not clear.
Also, there are way more stats than I thought.
Yeah, me too. I didn't know there was weapon
We're getting
stats.
into weapon stats.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I like this.
Thanks to everyone who submitted a candidate. They are truly hard to choose from. There's a lot of good ones. I have to put them all down there. It's like, okay, cut. If you want to submit a workout buddy, become a patron at $5 or above, and watch out for the Love and Respect post, which I put up either Monday or Tuesday. Dawn is on her way to the locker room, and now we must answer for the mistakes we made in last week's episode. Isla, begin corrections music, please.
Boop.
Pinocchio has been in public domain since 1940.
Holy crap.
So it's
Why
not
is everyone doing
entirely clear
Pinocchio
why,
now?
yeah.
What the heck?
That's weird.
That's really weird.
What's also weird, I was like trying to read up on it and stuff, and it's like Disney kind of skirted the line there
Yeah.
a little bit. Like
I was gonna say,
Disney was a
'cause-
little bit early on that.
Huh.
Yeah, Disney's cartoon
But
was
I guess like America hadn't exactly joined like the standard international convention.
Oh,
like,
it's
because
got
when
it.
was Pinocchio? Because
Pinocchio is like 1880s, but it's like it goes after
no,
the author's
Disney-
death,
Disney
the
one.
1940.
it was in 1940. Because
Yeah.
I was gonna say Snow White was 1938 or 39, I think. Yeah,
So,
crazy.
Okay.
yeah, some weird stuff there. I mispronounced Jared Butler's name. Since he's Scottish, he has a different
Gerard
emphasis
Butler?
on how he says it. Yeah, I said Gerard, but it's Jared. Not that I had any idea, just reading his name off the press release.
The actor?
Yeah.
I saw him at LAX one time.
Oh, yeah.
Getting out of he got out of like a Suburban and then they went up some other stairs and I was like, whoa. Celebrity airplane.
Celebrity entrance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were asking about whether there have been Final Fantasy shows or anime series. In addition to the 15 show that we were talking about, there was also Final Fantasy Unlimited.
Was that the
Back
anime?
in 2001. It ran
No.
for 25 episodes.
Thinking of an older one, maybe.
I'm sure there's others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2001.
I was looking at the PlayStation blog post about the price increase, and I couldn't find where it said it would take effect, like in the moment.
Yeah.
I knew I'd read it in there earlier, but it was in there, and the prices took effect immediately for most regions.
Oh, okay.
Except for Japan, which doesn't happen until September 15th. So
I wonder why.
So you could stock up on them in Japan and then
I
resell them at
guess.
a profit.
they're already doing that.
Well,
One-
just return them, I guess.
Yeah, we got a deep dive on this Black Ops thing. So Call of Duty Black Ops 3 released in 2015
Oh my
on
God.
last gen, but there was also a PS3 and 360 version, but it was stripped down and did not include the campaign. It was multiplayer and zombies only. It seems it may have sold so much in July because there's Zombies Chronicles DLC in that game that like remastered like all the previous Zombies maps.
Weird.
And people were streaming it, and then there were also a bunch of sales as well,
Weird. Streamers, man.
streaming those zombies.
Influencers.
If anything just starts selling like crazy, we should just always assume
It's just someone streaming it. Yeah.
Somebody's streaming it.
It is interesting though that it kind of like bundled up all of those maps too. though.
Yeah.
While we were talking about Kojima and Sakurai venturing into making videos and podcasts, Hubert expressed that this would be the beginning of more developers doing the same, which it still could be. But plenty of other folks have pointed out that many developers have already done this,
Yeah.
including Tekken's Harada, Traveler's Tales' John Burton, David Jaffe, and BioWare's Mark Dara.
And various devs have been doing like blogs and stuff like forever. Yeah.
And if you have a correction, leave it in the YouTube comments. You can do that on either the public version or the patron version of this episode. Start with the word correction and leave a timestamp so I know what we were talking about. End corrections music.
Boop.
All right, we got a big update on Halo stuff today.
Right.
And the big news that I'm taking out of it, we'll talk about some of the other stuff as well, is they have canceled plans to include a split screen local couch co-op. There's going to be just 2-player split screen. The regular 4-player online co-op is still going to be there.
4-player online co-op?
Yeah.
I thought it was 2. Okay. 4.
Yeah,
All right.
it was 2-player locally and then 4-player
Got it.
online.
I didn't know it was going to
Have
be
they
4-player.
explained that like will each person be chief except for
Yeah, I think
the other
so.
people will
I
see
think-
somebody else or
I
something?
think it'll be Chief for both of them. Because that's how the
That'd
old
be
games
weird.
were,
Yeah,
I believe.
I think it's still going to be cheap.
Yeah, I think like
probably.
Halo 1 was
Yeah.
like that, and 2.
But
It wasn't until like 3 with the Arbiter, I kind of remember. And like Reach and whatever, we have different characters.
But yeah, they said that this is in order to improve and accelerate ongoing live service development and to better address player feedback and quality of life updates. We have reallocated studio resources and are no longer working on local campaign split screen co-op. And a lot of other stuff kind of got some pushbacks as well. So that campaign co-op and mission replay goes along with that. You still can't replay missions and like
Oh, yeah.
get the collectibles in those missions.
Oh,
I
right.
forgot about that.
That's moving from, it was going to be August, now it's going to be November. And then the Forge beta is moving from September to November. And then Season 3 is moving all the way to March.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, the new roadmap, the winter update that's going from November to March, includes the Forge beta, campaign co-op and mission replay, a 30-tier battle pass, 2 new maps that are built in Forge to kind of give people an idea what they can do with it, December and January events, and a new mode which is Covert One Flag. Then the Echoes Within new season in March that goes until June includes the new maps, a new weapon, the M392 Bandit, new equipment. It's called the Shroud Screen. They just showed like a blue bubble kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe you can't see through it. I didn't get the details on that. 100-tier battle pass. Custom game browser is going to come in there. A new narrative event, in-game reporting, some more Forge updates, 2 new game modes including VIP and Escalation, and then a new Fracture event. So yeah.
This is like the next year of this
Yeah.
game, I
Yeah,
guess.
Am I misremembering? I thought that they said that this game had like an always battle pass. Like if you got in on it, I must be wrong.
Well, it's like
but-
if you bought a battle pass, I think you can unlock it still. Like if
Oh,
if
okay.
it's an old season's battle pass, you can still progress through it.
Oh, okay,
I believe.
okay. Yeah.
believe that's how it works.
Whatever.
Yeah. So this game,
This game's had a rough go.
this game
Yeah.
launched November 15th. A lot of the stuff that was supposed to be there at launch is coming a year later.
I feel like
Yeah.
channeling Huber. Dead game. I feel like he would say that if he were here.
Yeah.
Dead game.
I actually looked at the Steam charts for this game today. In a past 24 hours is like 5,000 players. Granted, that is just one
Steam
metric.
is a little weird.
It's
for
Steam,
that,
I know, but
Yeah.
that's the biggest probably PC platform. But yeah, I assume it's way higher on console or an Xbox, whatever themselves. But I mean, 343 has had a rough time. They've been getting beat up this past since this game came out. Man, people
Well,
just
before,
been remember
it was on the Xbox. It was on the box. It was supposed to be out there with the Xbox.
Yeah, you're right. And just,
Craig.
they've been having I love Craig.
I love Craig.
Having a hard time, man. It's
Yeah.
I haven't played this game in a while. Like when it came out, I played it for a bit because mechanically I thought it was really good, but
Yeah.
it just was lacking a lot. I felt.
Yeah, same
content-wise.
Same with me. Like I was getting back into Halo, and like I hadn't for quite a long time. Like I'd played some
Right, me
Halo
too.
4, but probably hadn't played that much multiplayer.
Yeah.
So it really had been since like Reach or something. That I
Yeah.
didn't really put any time in.
This
But-
is the first Halo I owned.
Yeah.
And I was loving it, and then one day I just didn't play it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect to play a game for that long, honestly, but
Yeah.
I definitely felt burnout or just like I've done all this too much so far. And I haven't felt that itch to go back yet, which sucks.
Yeah.
One thing that would maybe get me to come back is the online co-op for the campaign because that could be fun.
I never finished the campaign. I
Still
hope you could just
not
like
out.
jump in.
Well, you probably can.
Oh yeah, you could probably
Yeah,
jump back
yeah,
into that
just-
without much trouble. Yeah.
It's been wild. Like this studio's had so many issues getting stuff out, and I know I'm sure it's a hell of a mess to deal with, but this is like your biggest IP, Microsoft's biggest IP, I guess. It's been having a rough go.
Yeah. Well, I looked up one of the updates they did in March, and that was when they had delayed co-op previously from it was going to come out in May.
I just don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a game developer. I don't know. I'm just like, what is happening? Like, you have
Right.
all these checks that you want to go to. You're like, we'll do it here. We'll do it here. We'll do it here. Just keeps getting pushed back. It's like,
Yeah.
man, what's happening?
I mean, I guess they have to like rebalance difficulty for the entire game, like add people, because like if it's the same number of enemies with 4 people, you would just mow through everything.
Yeah, but it's like, you've done that for so many Halo games. Something, figure it out.
Yeah.
This is their 3rd Halo game, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, but as much as it sucks, if they cannot figure out local co-op, then just cut it, I guess. Like, if you can't figure it out, it sucks. I know a lot of people like that with Halo.
Right.
Like, I had memories playing local co-op of Halo back in the day, but it's like,
Yeah. Well, I saw
don't
people
know.
that were looking to play it with their kids.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sucks.
And so it's like, okay, well now you've got
But
to
it's like-
set up like another Xbox and
If you
Round
have
it up.
more, like, if things are a higher priority, though, and you're like, yo, we just can't do this right now, then it's like, I guess, like, it sucks, but
yeah.
maybe that's what I would do, too, if I was in their position.
From that March update, they talked about some of the trouble they were having with it, and they had said we're also committed to a great 2-player split-screen co-op experience on all Xbox consoles.
committed.
From the original Xbox One
Ooh.
through Xbox Series X.
I didn't know that.
And the non-linear, wide-open sections of the campaign present some big challenges for split screen
Yeah, of course.
that have taken us more time to solve.
Yeah, I suppose because like you could have one player on this side of the map and another player fly to the other side of the map in a Banshee or whatever.
Yeah.
And an Xbox One, like
Yeah, it
that's
could be
tough to program.
could be last
unless you
gen,
tether
yeah.
them. Yeah,
Could be last gen. But it's like, why not just tether the last gen version then or something?
Or-
I guess.
yeah.
I don't know.
Or make it a feature that only works on
The
Series
newer
S or
the newer
Series X,
hardware, yeah.
or
something
just
like that.
have like a VR style like grid show up where it's like don't go too far from your partner or some
Right.
stupid thing. Yeah.
Well, that's actually one of the issues I had playing through the campaign. There is that I would see, little structures or platforms in spots, and I would try to get there to
Yeah.
explore, and it's like, nope, you're dead.
Yeah.
Like, but why?
What do you mean, like an invisible wall?
Yeah,
or
there's
just
like
kill
just
you?
invisible death walls in that game.
Yeah.
That sometimes you'll get a warning, but a lot of times you'll
Yeah.
just cross the wrong line.
That's
and you're dead.
unfortunate. Especially because you're on a Halo ring, so there's clear boundaries set already
Yeah.
of where you shouldn't be able to go.
It's like Elden Ring. Remember that game?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
You could just fall, and sometimes you would die, and other times it'd be fine.
Well, that's every From Software game.
yeah.
Except Sekiro.
Um,
guess.
So yeah, do you think it's just that open world and split screen just don't go together
I guess,
very
but
well?
I feel like they have so many problems they're trying to figure out already. They're like, we just got to move on from this.
Yeah.
We got to focus forward to getting Forge out, keeping like they have to keep the multiplayer aspect, like the online competitive
Right.
stuff. That needs to be the focus for them because that's where they're going to make money now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One wonders if they hadn't had a rocky online time, like if the game had just come out and the online had been a huge hit and they were making a bunch of money on microtransactions and whatever, like, do you think that they would still be doing this? Like, is it actually like a technological problem they can't figure out, or is it just like this game's not making enough money for us to waste time on this?
It's weird because with Game Pass, it's like how do you
gauge?
is a
Yeah.
game making money? You
Yeah, hard to say.
You're looking at mostly the Battle Pass sales and stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Very
mean, that's
hard
how free to play games, you
Yeah.
know, it's like it works.
Yeah. It's super weird though, because to me it's like, okay, this is a feature obviously that people are expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a Halo game.
It's a thing that you talked about from before launch or whatever. But it's like, should it have if it was this hard to pull off, like should it have ever even been promised? Right?
No.
Like, they in there, like they have like a half-hour thing today, which like it felt like being in like a company meeting, like when it was like really weird to listen to, and like they spent like a couple minutes talking about a dude's jacket or whatever.
What?
But
Okay.
it's like, yeah, you got a cool jacket. It's like, oh look, it's the patches or whatever. Like, okay,
Okay.
can we move on? But anyways, but they had said, what did they? Oh yeah, they said they don't want to hide what they're working on.
Okay.
But like maybe in some cases like this they should.
Yeah.
If you're just assuming that it's gonna work out and then it doesn't work out and then people that bought this game thinking they're gonna be able to play it in a certain way keep finding out it's like in a couple of months, in a couple of more months,
Yeah.
in a couple of more months.
I mean, I was looking forward to split screen. That'd
Yeah.
be fun. Also, apparently there will be a distance limit in the online co-op.
Oh, okay,
Our live chat informs.
got it.
So that's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
not cool.
I feel bad for people that were waiting for this, you know?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, maybe I'll wait till it comes out to play with someone.
I wonder how many
better just
people
play
that
now.
is.
I don't know. I have no idea. Don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's a hard thing too to gauge just in general. Is,
Yeah, of course.
who's playing split screen rather than doing an online thing.
Mm-hmm.
But they did talk about just, it's, they're clearly like not where they want to be. They're
Right,
talking
yeah,
about seasonality, and they're like,
Yeah.
2 seasons a year is not good enough.
No, it's not.
So
Not with the competition, no.
they're very
Seasonality.
open about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But one thing I've seen in like all these updates throughout the development of this is, talking about priority 0, and that's like the health of their team and the health of their staff, and like not crunching on this game.
Sure, yeah.
And so I do wonder, if a live service game and not crunching are like not incompatible necessarily, but it's not an easy
I just think
thing to
maybe
pull off.
I think it's that, and they're in over their heads in some way. I don't think they're equipped well enough to do this yet. I mean, if the game got delayed for a year already,
Right.
then it's like we're
Yeah.
still waiting for stuff.
Yeah, it does seem to be just like a delay after delay after delay after cancellation with this game. Like, yeah, maybe you don't crunch by having 2 teams and like you're working 24/7, but everyone is only working like day shift, night shift. So it's like someone's always working on it, but never. I don't know. That's a maybe bad idea.
Yeah. And I think Halo just comes with a lot of expectations and what should be in it and what people expect from it. Like Forge is like a huge thing.
And it sounds like, from the little bit I was able to glean from there, it does sound impressive.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be cool.
It sounds like Forge is like really freaking cool.
Yeah.
They talked about the object limit was going from like, I think they said something like 1,600 or something in the last game to like 7,000 objects.
Wow.
And they're talking about, whereas before, like say even if just like a basic crate, right? Like they had to have specific sizes of every object, but now they actually have the ability to scale.
That's cool.
And so they talked about, I guess somebody in like the testing or whatever, like created a Spartan with like a giant torso and tiny legs. Like, just all the kind
That's
of
awesome.
funny things that you'll be able to do
Yeah.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's weird because this stuff's taking too long to come out, honestly.
Yeah.
and I don't know how many people will come back if things are just kind of being slowly
That's the question.
introduced. But at the same time is sometimes games can just live for a really long time. Really long time. Maybe people will come back, so I don't know. It's just right now it seems like they're fighting uphill big time, and they need some wins, honestly, but hopefully these will be enough to keep people happy and coming back, but I don't know.
Yeah. But like you said, like it has those solid fundamentals. Like,
it does.
I went straight from 5 into Infinite, and it was like it felt like night and day better.
It's a great feeling game.
Yeah.
Also, Forge feels like something big enough. Like if season 2 was just like, oh, there's a new bad guy and a new level and like it's whatever, that probably
Well,
wouldn't be enough.
Now, but season 3,
whatever.
Yeah.
That probably wouldn't be enough. But Forge is like,
Yeah, Forge will be
infinite
a huge
content
community thing.
Like,
yeah.
And I'm curious, like with the custom game browser and stuff like that.
How it'll be. I hope it's good. Yeah, that's gonna be a big test too. If that's all really good.
They were saying that there's not going to be matchmaking for online campaign though, so you just be like joining up with your friends.
Why can't they figure that out? I don't understand.
Yeah, don't know,
weird.
but I don't know. I'm somewhat optimistic. It's weird to me because it's like I'm not the live service kind of player, anyways. Like I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna like jump into Apex Legends every weekend. It's like I will play a multiplayer game for a couple of weeks, and then for what I just start playing something else. Like I don't even I don't even intentionally put it down. It's just like I put it down, I start playing something else, and then I just don't get back to that multiplayer game. And then if I pick up that multiplayer game again, then I'll keep playing it for that little bit again, and the same thing will happen.
Well,
so it's like I could pick up Halo right now and have a great time with it.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not bored with it. I'm not over it. I don't. The battle pass and like getting like little shoulder pads and all that kind of thing. Just it doesn't.
Luckily,
I don't care anyways.
Yeah.
Patrons in our $5 and up levels can join our Discord and use that to find friends. So they don't need matchmaking.
But Blood, as someone who has gotten to Fortnite last year, it's been interesting because. I mean, not everyone can keep up with this, but Fortnite changes quite often and quite dramatically. Like when they introduce, like, you can just Kamehameha people now. Like, how sick is that? And it's just like, this is like a weird thing to get me to come back, even just for a few weeks. It feels like special when they do these kind of things. And I just like, Halo clearly can't keep up with the demand of other live service games at the moment. So,
well, it's also in a weirder place.
It's in a weirder place.
Expectations.
It does.
Like, consistency.
And
I think, and again, I was like getting ready while like having this gigantic half-hour long thing on in the background. But I think one of the things that they were talking about is like they're looking at ways of doing, giving players more self-expression, but they also have to balance that with like, well, you still need to look like a Spartan.
Yeah, you're a Spartan.
You can't have Scooby-Doo running around. And
and it's a first-person game. You're not going to see yourself as much anyways, so you lose something there. But like, it's not going to be, I don't expect it to be Fortnite in any like capacity of aesthetics or anything like that, but just this sense of like it always changing, vaulting weapons, bringing them back, stuff like changing things up like that, changing.
Yeah. You're not going to have AC/DC playing a concert.
No. Halo doesn't need that. Halo does not need that.
Guar you could get in there.
Halo doesn't need that. Halo is cool to me because it's Halo gameplay wise. It feels like Halo. And I want Halo to be Halo I don't want Halo necessarily chasing all the trends.
Yeah.
But some of those trends may help that game live.
Yeah.
Battle Royale may help that game live.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't think Halo is not to me a Battle Royale game, but could help.
Adding the mode.
Could help.
The rotation,
deny it or not, that's like a huge genre. Huge.
And it's got all the parts.
It could be a really cool one.
You've got vehicles.
There's no way they haven't thought about it. They've been thinking about it 100%.
Got a good melee system in there for before you pick up a weapon.
I think you got to get what people have been asking for first in that game. Then you can mess with all that stuff down the line if you want. But you have to get to or cancel all the stuff you promised. Like overpromise. Hopefully get to, not cancel.
Right, yeah.
But I think Forge, when that comes out, will be a big test to see the future of that game.
That's a bet. How long after Forge's release before somebody makes a battle royale in
Yeah, I do
Forge.
wonder.
Well, they did like a weird mini battle royale thing already in it called Last Spartan Standing, but I don't. It was very like much smaller scale. You know, you weren't jumping out of a pelican or whatever, dropping in. Which
Yeah,
would
they
be
showed
sick.
like logic trees and stuff in there. It sounds like
Yeah.
you can like even like make your own weapons or something.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
sure it'll be
God.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a
They
huge
put
test.
Dreams in Halo.
Someone's talking about that though. No one's talking about Dreams.
Yeah.
That's a dead
Jones,
game.
yeah,
I
Jo-
think.
that's
I don't know anyone.
No, it's got a community.
Well, it's got a community.
Yeah.
Of course, it's got a
Yeah.
community.
Freaks like Jones.
But it's like when you talk about sustainability, blood. That's what I'm wondering about that game. Like, how long was it? That team worked on that game for a long time, and I hope he made money off it.
I hope so too. I really like Dreams. I like the idea of
Dreams is such a sick game.
Yeah.
Why is that? That game should be on PC though.
They should
Why is that
partner-
game not on PC?
Oh my god,
could
yeah.
happen.
They should partner with Guillermo
you
del
think-
Toro somehow.
You'd think it would happen, blood. Like that should have been one of the first games on PC for
Right.
God's sakes.
Yeah. Well, it would take him 8 years.
That's
to
where
get
all those types of games are on. They're on PC. You got to be on that platform. Sorry, Dreams has nothing to do with this, but
No,
it has
does.
everything to
does.
do with this.
make Halo Infinite in Dreams.
Yeah.
There you go.
Battle
That's
Royale.
happened.
Halo Battle
Yeah.
Royale.
Halo
in
Battle
Dreams.
Royale in Dreams. That's right. With Goku.
Yeah.
The investments and mergers don't stop. We got a couple today. The first one is a little bit on the weird side. Sony and Tencent
This is weird.
have purchased more stock in From Software. I'm actually unclear about what they had before because I think that they did have stuff before.
Some. Sure.
But, I could be wrong on that. But anyways, the resulting purchase will mean that the two will own a combined 30% of the company. Kodoko will still own the majority. So Six Joy Hong Kong, which is a subsidiary of Tencent, so
Yeah.
they're the ones actually specifically making this purchase, will own 16.25%. Sony will own 14.09%.
Okay.
And Kodoko will own the other 69.66%.
Is it Kodakawa? Is that how you say it? Or is it-
Katakawa, Kodokoa, it's kind of
Okay.
Could be like
Yeah, I
the
just
So
same
there
don't
are
know.
thing.
3 shareholders for this company?
Those are the majority. Yeah,
For now, yeah.
there might be some smaller bits in there. I didn't do the math to see if it all added up.
That's kind of wild.
But they did this in order to provide From Software additional funding that may help it publish its own games globally.
Whoa.
So typically,
They have a publishing partner
From Software,
usually.
like
Yeah.
they'll publish their games in Japan, but then
Bandai
Namco
Namco,
or
Atlas.
Activision or somebody else
Yeah.
will publish in the rest of the world.
Why does Sony want that? Why does Sony care? So
Money.
that
And they'll
Activision
have-
doesn't get a piece of the pie. They can just.
Yeah, I'm not
Why would Sony be
sure
interested in
necessarily that. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely the question of the motivation there.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna have some influence on the company. That's why they want
Well,
it.
Yeah,
yeah. They
But-
can be like 14% worth of make Bloodborne 2. Make Bloodborne 2. Here's
Right.
14% of an opinion.
Yeah, they have influence on the company. That's why they want it.
Yeah.
And they should. If I was anyone in the realm of purchasing a game company, I would be definitely eyeing them, especially after Elden
Oh,
Ring's
for
success.
sure.
right.
For sure.
Yeah,
Elden
yeah, and
Ring
obviously they've talked
minted.
about having a lot of irons in the fire.
Yes.
That we don't really
Games.
know exactly what they're making. Part of this was talking about developing new strong IP again for global.
Will it be
branding.
another fantasy RPG?
Almost certainly.
Well, people keep bringing up Armored Core, and like every,
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
time it's like, is it Armored Core? It's like, nope.
Nope.
I wonder if it's
Space
going to be
Souls, it's
like
gotta
their
happen
version, their newer version of Armored Core, kind of like how Sekiro could be a newer version of Tenchu or something like that, or inspired by that, but making it their own. I wonder if they would do that with Armored Core now, just like a whole new thing. Because I don't think it would even matter if it's a brand new thing or not, or if it's Armored Core.
Right.
If it's Armored Core like 10, you know,
Yeah.
maybe just a newer IP might sell better.
I mean, like, if they have enough, I don't know the size of From Software's studio. Like, I don't know if they have 15 employees or 600.
They have a
you know?
lot.
Like, I know it's not 600, but, like, probably. But, like, if they have the teams
Oh, they have
to
multiple,
pump out an Armored
yeah, they have
Core game
multiple
and
things
be
going.
working on other stuff. Because I just wonder, like, if Armored Core would appeal to a lot of the same From Software fans, or if people would be like, "What is that?" Like, what the
Yeah,
hell is
I
that?
mean,
Yeah, I think that would appeal to a different group entirely.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Maybe
too.
some
totally
From
too.
Software fans that jump in, but
Yeah, I mean, I would check it out.
hell yeah, I'm checking out anything they're making.
Yeah.
Best gameplay in the biz, dude.
Hell yeah. What they have to do is Armored Core, where it's Armored Core, except for parts where you jump out of your mech, and then it's Elden Ring.
Oh, okay.
But in like a post-apocalyptic future. Basically, instead of Torrent, you have a mech. Damn, I'm into this idea now.
Really,
Holy shit.
that's some
That would
Xenoblade
be
Chronicle.
sick as
That's some
shit.
Xenoblade X stuff.
Yeah.
smash some buildings over there.
Yeah.
Zone of the Ender is like zipping around in your mech, and then you hop out and fight some guy.
What if they just made it like really shitty when you get out of your mech, like Deadly Premonition 2 or something?
Frame rate just
Yeah.
plummets.
Get a skateboard.
Yeah, on your skateboard. Yeah.
I'm curious, but if this will maybe enhance further deals with Sony, more exclusive
Right.
things with them or something. Maybe PlayStation and PC kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, because that's the thing that like my mind goes back and forth.
'Cause they're
on,
not-
Because like on the one hand,
They're
it's
not
like,
getting in this for nothing.
You would think
Yeah.
Sony would be doing that to secure
Yeah.
something that they're working on right now,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
they look at their projects and they're like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, Bloodborne 2, we want to make sure that like you don't get, bought up entirely by somebody else or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what,
Yeah, it's to prevent them from being
getting bought by someone else. Yeah, totally.
Hopefully Tencent doesn't try to make them do like gotcha games or something.
But then it's like, if the idea is for FromSoft to publish everywhere else,
Yeah.
then it's like, well, then they kind of don't need Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the
Or
weird thing. Is
Tencent,
like,
I guess. I don't
because
know.
then if FromSoft is publishing themselves, unless Sony was just really giving them a bunch more money outside of this, like there'd be less incentive for a console exclusive
Right.
game, right?
Well,
Like,
and maybe not console. It'd be PlayStation console and PC probably.
Right.
yeah.
That seems
Yeah, I
where
wonder
they're
if there's
going now.
something with that too.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, like Elden Ring sold so much on PC
Yeah.
that, they don't want to sign over another Demon's Souls or Bloodborne, just entirely PlayStation only.
Right. Oh yeah. At least not.
Or wait
At
for
least
Sony's
not.
port team to get to it 2 years later or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe come out a year later or something. Or I'm sure things will get more in day and date as time goes on with those whole things. Like Sony games probably will be closer by the time they're coming out on PC.
I wonder if like the chip availability, like scarcity, like that's making PS5s
Hard to get.
hard to make, so they're hard to get. I wonder if that impacts
Oh yeah.
Sony's like argument power in the room to be like, make us an exclusive, and then like they can just be like, no one has a PS5. Like, no.
Just depends how much money they give them.
Yeah, then the
Yeah.
price would go up for
Like
Sony, I guess is the point.
Final Fantasy 16. That's PlayStation 5 only.
Right.
It's not PC.
That's
it.
crazy. No
wild.
Xbox either?
Nope.
Nope.
Jesus,
Nope.
whoa. It's like the old
There have
days.
been quite a few Final Fantasies that
Yeah.
Yep.
didn't, yeah.
The last few were on everything, right?
The mainline Final Fantasies,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
13
Yeah.
onward.
Back in the day, they were on like PlayStation only.
Not
but-
14 though. Like Rebirth, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, PlayStation 5 only right now. So we'll see.
Crazy.
Wild. The next one of these, NetEase purchases Quantic Dream.
Yeah,
The makers of Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human, Beyond Two Souls, etc.
and a Star Wars game that's 5 years away still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars Eclipse, which people think may not release until 2027. But
Yeah, that
it's-
looked early.
It's the first European studio purchased by NetEase,
Mm-hmm.
undisclosed amount. But it's interesting because, like, we were just talking about, Tencent, and to me, like the strategies are so different between these two big Chinese publishers because Tencent just seems to be like just dropping a little bit in everybody's buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're gonna,
Giving them their 10 cents, huh?
right.
Are they
Like they've-
the Yakuza, the one the Yakuza guys went to?
NetEase is
NetEase,
I'll get
okay.
to that in a second. But yeah, so like Tencent is like, okay, we'll give you a little cash, we'll give you a little cash, we'll give Epic a little cash, and they don't seem to be doing a whole lot in terms of like persuading anyone to do anything. They're not like taking over a lot of whole studios or anything like that. Whereas NetEase, it's like they're buying and building like development houses. They're like actually like wanting to make a name for themselves. So yeah, so they very recently set up those operations in Japan with Nagoshi Studio, with the purchase of Grasshopper manufacturer,
Right.
and hiring that Capcom veteran Hiroyuki Kobayashi just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And now they're making their first European investment, buying up this whole studio. And it's an interesting one to go with because
I was shocked by this.
Yeah.
Like, Quantic Dream is one of those ones where and I haven't really looked into it, and you could probably find out this kind of stuff, but it's like, do their games sell well? Do they get
They
always
sell well.
I think Heavy Rain in Detroit sold pretty good.
They must have. And it's like, okay, the studio is definitely doing well to keep doing things, and David Cage is like a character.
Right. But they're also in like all of these back and forth workplace allegations.
Right. And it's like, to me, honestly, this feels like a tech play. Like, they like Quantic Dream's CG visuals and like maybe some kind of back end like engine stuff or like.
I mean, the engine that they have.
The engine is crazy.
Stuff is nuts.
Yeah. And so I'm thinking NetEase probably bought him for that. Like, I don't think they bought him for David Cage, is what I'm saying. Like, they probably bought it for the tech and for the graphics and like.
Well, I do think.
What are they going to do with this later? Is my question, I guess.
I do think that. I mean, the tech is part of it, but I think it's the style of game that they make that. There's
That's
not a lot of
people
that do it.
That's
kind of
what
level,
I mean. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It feels like they are diversifying their portfolio.
Yeah.
You know, like they don't want to just be seen as, you know, like some big like mobile MMO company or whatever. It's like, no, we want to have these kinds of games and we have those kinds of games and we like want to have like a broader audience in 5 years from now.
Yeah.
So I'm curious where NetEase is going to keep going with this stuff.
Is it Tencent that owns Riot?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tencent's got Riot.
They have, yeah. I don't know if they're the sole owner or if it's a stake,
Or the
like you were
majority,
saying, but
right.
they've got a big stake in it.
What else was here that I wanted to? Oh yeah, so this was an interesting thing that I thought, which is a good turn on the David Cage Quantic Dream stuff. David Cage said, "I am particularly proud that our employees, who were offered a significant share of our capital over the past years, will fully benefit from this acquisition. As a testimony to our continued commitment to reward all those who have made Quantic Dream the successful studio it is today."
So they're getting a share of it.
Yeah. So I don't know the details of that. I mean, maybe that's like a smoke and mirrors kind of
hard to
statement.
say.
But
I mean, yeah, if you
sounds
own-
like everyone's getting a payout.
A lot of companies do that where it's like, yeah, you get stock in the company, and if your stock goes way up. But yeah, I wonder if that's a cash thing or if it's just the stock going up or whatever. Like if you get NetEase, which would be a higher stock, probably. Yeah.
Weird.
But that's cool.
They just announced they're publishing that underwater game that they showed at
Right.
Gamescom, whatever
Yeah.
that was called again too.
Yeah, they were just publishing it.
Yeah, publishing it now. They just got bought. It's like, huh, interesting.
That was the first game, to my knowledge, that they were just publishing that they didn't develop, right?
That I'm aware of. I don't
Yeah.
know a lot about that company.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Well, it could also potentially be a sign that, you know, David Cage might be moving on one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether
I would
being-
not be surprised
whether he's
if
being pushed out or whether he's just deciding to do something else.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if they've been independently owned for all of these years, and it's like, okay, we'll sell now, and then
I would not be surprised if in a few months we hear David Cage is starting his own independent,
His own podcast.
doing a Kickstarter with a podcast.
I hope he's on Kojima's.
Oh, that'd be a wild clash of egos. Man. Who knows? Yeah.
Because they with all of that, reputation going around, like they've had a hard time hiring new
Yes.
people.
they
Yeah.
have.
That's
Yeah.
one of the reasons that Star Wars is kind of taking
In a long time, yeah.
Which, like Microsoft and Blizzard Activision, which maybe we'll talk about later, I guess getting bought is the solution. Like if everyone's just like, hey, it sucks to work here, and then they just get bought by someone else and change how it is to work there.
Yeah,
like,
change the
it's
culture,
the only way out.
the work culture.
I don't know. Yeah.
Right.
Blizzard's been under fire for a long time,
Yeah.
so Bobby's still there. So
So everything will be okay.
Bobby's still
Everybody.
around.
Don't worry.
Exactly. We got more news to come, but if you've been enjoying the show so far, please take a second to like and subscribe and ring that notification bell. It helps you stay connected, and it helps us get out there to more people. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Okay. Backbone. Let me get the prop. Boom! Check it out. This thing's actually pretty sick. You can put your phone in it, and it turns it into a controller. This is the PlayStation one. Actual PlayStation
licensed.
licensing. It feels good. It feels legit. And you can do your remote play stuff on various services, which we will not name because I don't know if we're allowed to in this ad read. But you can do your remote play, your streaming services, your phone stuff, and it's cool. It's got a controller. That's just an ad-libbed intro for you there. Let me read the actual copy. What is holding you back from the ultimate gaming experience? Is it the hundreds of dollars it costs for your setup? Or are you the busy, on-the-go type with only minutes to spare? Level up your game with Backbone, the universal gaming essential that instantly enhances your gaming experience on mobile. Backbone just released the PlayStation Edition, as I said, of their beloved Backbone 1, officially licensed controller for PlayStation, brought to life in collaboration with PlayStation's design team. It's got elegant colors, materials, and finishes, all inspired by the PS5 DualSense controller, all the way down to the transparent face buttons and its visually distinctive floating appearance. Simply plug in your iPhone to the Backbone and enjoy console-quality controls as you play console games via remote play or cloud streaming services and App Store games. It even comes with a little converter if you've got an older iPhone. I thought that was very kind of them. You played some stuff on it.
I did. I played Resident Evil 4 on that.
I don't have an iPhone.
With my PlayStation, via my PlayStation 5, remote played that. Shooting freakos in the head on the go was pretty weird, but cool. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, this works.
They're nice. It feels good. I don't have an iPhone, so I just sat there stretching it in back and forth for a while, and I was like, this feels
Android
like a quality
users always
product.
left out.
I know. Go to backbone.com/allies now to order your Backbone for a limited time and get a free access to over 350 console games and perks. Backbone is now the official partner of Diablo Immortal. Not only is the game specifically optimized for Backbone, but you'll also receive $10 of in-game perks. Find your next adventure at playbackbone.com/allies. Playbackbone.com/allies. Also, honey, dude. Honey. I love honey. I'll just read it because I always explain what it is and then the thing says what it is. There are probably parts where I can ad-lib it built in here. Today's episode is sponsored by Honey. The easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. I love online shopping. We all love online shop. I know you, Daniel Bloodworth, I know you love to online shop.
Buy some cables.
And wouldn't you love when you're buying those cables to not pay as much for those cables? Well, let me tell you about Honey. It's a browser extension that automatically looks for promo codes. No more being taunted by that empty promo code box. They'll find them for you, plug it in automatically, and there you go, you save money. And it's free. Honey is legit. Honey rules. Thanks to Honey, manually searching for those pesky coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites, buying some cables. You go to checkout, the Honey button appears, and all you have to do is hit apply coupons. You wait a few seconds. You know, this isn't witchcraft. It has to look. Honey searches for coupons and it finds for the site, plugs them in. If it finds a working coupon, you watch the prices drop. I save lots of money on it with clothing, stuff like that. Bras are expensive, and they always find Honey codes or promo codes through Honey. It's really easy to use. Honey is great. Check it out. Honey doesn't just work on your desktop. It works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. Damn it, I should get an iPhone.
Everything's on iPhone.
If you don't already have Honey, you could straight up be missing out. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this show. I rarely recommend things that I don't like. Honey is an easy one to recommend because I actually use it and it's really good. Honey, get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/allies. That's joinhoney.com/allies. Get honey for free.
And if you are a patron of Easy Allies, thank you. All right, we got a comeback that I don't think we saw coming.
Oh,
A double Kickstarter
I did not see that coming.
for Successors to Wild Arms and Shadow Hearts.
Hell yeah.
Two RPG franchises that I've heard of, personally have not gotten into.
Yeah.
You are a Wild Arms fan.
I think I played Shadow Hearts too, but I don't remember it at all. But I love Wild Arms. Wild Arms, oh man, it's so good. And it's cozy, and it's got party switching, which I really like. Fun puzzles. Really cool setting.
Western.
Western
Yeah.
setting, but like
Guns.
tech Western. It's like Western, I don't know, it's like Firefly or something, where it's like
It came
future
out
tech.
before. I think it came out a little bit before Final Fantasy VII, so it kind of got gobbled up after
sure.
that. Unfortunately, for
Yeah,
it.
my memory is very hazy because I played it around then. So
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah. It's on
10 or whatever.
PS
12.
Plus now, the premium tier.
Nice.
It's on there.
I don't have that.
Yeah.
I don't have it either, but that's still nice. New ways to get things. Always good. So the Wild Arms successor is called Armed Fantasia,
Great name.
Okay, that is all right.
and the Shadow Hearts successor is called Penny Blood.
Penny Blood.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then, so it's Wild Arms creator Akifumi Kaneko and Shadow Hearts creator Matsuzo Machida. And this Kickstarter trailer was wild because it's like
It's a really weird, fun one.
Yeah, it's coming from Machida's office, and it shows like this it looks like a barn or something with like a thunderstorm going around, and then it like zooms in, and he's there with like this like fake
Eyebrows.
eyebrows
mustache.
and mustache and like a big cape, and it's talking about it's been 17 years since Shadow Hearts 2. And he's like, "What should I do?" And then like, he
What should
spins
I
the
do?
wheel.
Yeah.
And it's got all the funny, weird stuff on it, like get rich on NFTs.
I
and,
saw that, yeah.
all this other stuff on this wheel, and then it lands on. It's like, make another RPG, and it's like, huh? It's like, okay.
Okay.
And then in the midst of like and then he has this gigantic library, and I'm like, did you shoot this in like an actual library somewhere?
Yeah.
Because if you have all these books, that's impressive. This is a huge
Yeah.
freaking library. And you could see like there's definitely some things that they like turned out to make sure you noticed the titles, like the Legacy from R.A. Salvatore is in there, and there's some H.P. Lovecraft was in there. But he like pulls out this like skull-shaped book and then starts like pretending to write in it. And then like as he's like halfway come up with his game, then he gets a transmission over the TV from the other guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, we should do a Kickstarter together. Doesn't a double Kickstarter sound cool?"
So yeah, it was wild, but it was fun.
Yeah, that's the thing that's crazy to me. So it's like they just have a goal, and if they hit it, they'll do both games?
Somehow you can actually contribute to
Which
either
a specific
one,
game, but the other one will get some
But then once they've gotten
kickback.
above the goal, then the stretch goals, then like the money
Yeah.
goes to both somehow. And even like the way it's laid out, like when they show characters, it's like, here's the main character of this game and of this game, like side by side.
next to each other. That's cool.
Apparently, it's a little wonky on phones, but on desktop, it's
Yeah, it looks
kind of
fun.
nice to see them the way that they laid it out. And it's just only been a couple of days, and they've already gotten over $1 million. Their
What's their goal?
It was like
750,000
yeah.
or something along there.
That sounds like a realistic goal, so that's good.
Yeah.
They showed like little prototypes of the game.
Yeah, they
too,
do
in
show
it.
video of the game.
Yeah, running like the Wild Arms game.
Yeah.
Wild West. Some
Is
cool
it
Wild
top
West.
down like that too? Shadow Hearts
No.
Tactics? I can't remember Shadow
No, I
Hearts.
don't
No, they
think so.
both seem like turn-based
Yeah, it look-
RPGs.
they're
Okay,
but
turn-based.
with their,
It's
Yeah.
been
little quirky
100,000
systems to
years.
them.
I think they shared the same like numbers. Like when they were doing damage on the enemies, it looked like the same exact numbers on both of the games.
Oh, really?
I mean, they're
I mean,
just
that's
prototypes, but
I mean, that's the only way to do this.
Yeah,
one of the
share
ways is
some
just use
assets
the
by-
same engine.
yeah.
Sure. It doesn't seem that way, though. It does seem like they have entirely different teams.
They
Really?
looked, yeah, they looked. They
Okay.
showed like the staffs of both games. They were different.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of original people from
They
each
look
game.
different visually
That's
too.
sick.
Yeah. So very different. So Arm Fantasia, To the End of the Wilderness is the more colorful, brighter,
Wild Arms
lighthearted
game.
Western punk. is
Yeah.
what they
Yeah,
dubbed
yeah,
it.
yeah. That fits.
Yeah, they showed him like running
That's like Wild
around
Arms.
in the desert with a bunch of rocks near him with some
Yeah.
cool Western
Sick.
music. Yeah.
Large scale map,
Guns.
party-based, 6 main characters, big kind of cell shading. It reminded me of Guilty Gear, the way
Yeah,
that their
totally.
character models
Oh,
look.
cool. Okay. I need to watch this.
And then they talked about use gadgets to open new paths
It's like
on the map as well.
That's Wild Arms stuff.
Yeah. That Wild Arms is very much like this character has this thing, this character has
tool,
this
yeah.
thing to use.
So there's like a bomb
So
for the main character, I remember.
in a grappling, you like switch characters to do different things.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then Penny Blood is the dark, moody one. Gothic horror, 1920s. Apparently go to like different areas. Like they talked about New York and Europe and Asia. And then you're an investigator who embarks on a dark international probe through the iconic Roaring Twenties, amassing allies and confronting trauma in a world twisted by cosmic horror, malice, and mayhem. The trailer showed him like walking through like these foggy streets that looked like London, maybe.
Yeah.
And there's just like this like blob of like moving tissue that he just crushes under his foot.
I'm so into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I'm so into this.
And then you get to the this battle, and this like crazy creature that's got like all of these like eyeballs and stuff over it. It opens its mouth, and there's like a face inside of the mouth, like on the top jaw.
I'm getting goosebumps from these
Yeah.
descriptions, Blood. This sounds awesome.
And the normal character is like using like a pistol and like kicking things to fight, but then he like takes this necklace and like slashes his wrist, and this blood goes flying everywhere, and he becomes like this huge like white knight with this glowing greatsword.
Okay, like you do.
Yeah. And then he fights the monster, and he like just basically grabs it and like rips it in half.
Yeah.
And there's some other system in there that I didn't quite.
There's like
get,
some
where
quick time
it was
thing.
like-
Yeah,
it
I didn't
was
understand
like a
it.
quick time constellation.
It must have been something from
You
Shadow
had
Hearts
to,
like that.
Trace. I didn't really understand
Yeah,
the
I didn't-
mechanic.
I didn't know.
But I haven't played Shadow Hearts, so I
Same.
don't know.
I did play Shadow Hearts. Why can't I remember it at all? I definitely had it.
But so they're looking pretty cool.
Looking pretty good, yeah. They're going to
Sick.
come out eventually. They got funded.
Eventually.
Yeah, when they talked to VGC, one of the quotes was, "Neither series has been as popular as Final Fantasy, so this is two creators helping each other in an effort for both to achieve success." So they're basically talking about the gimmick and the visibility of it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, again,
I love a gimmick, and I love when the gimmick is like self-aware. Where it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're doing this because it's weird and it'll work. It's just like, yeah, more power to you.
Yeah, people are willing to pay for stuff like that
Yeah.
they want. So
I should probably.
there's definitely a market for JRPGs and stuff nowadays. Like I know there was a drought.
yeah, that's one of the things they kept talking about.
They're like,
It's
JRPGs
the
aren't as
JRPG
popular.
boom is over, and I'm like, is it?
They're still going,
Doesn't
just
feel like
fine.
it, but yeah.
Still going. So
They're different now, I think.
I mean, things have changed. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're comparing. They're like, yeah, that's never been popular as Final Fantasy. It's like Final Fantasy is the biggest Japanese role playing game in
Thing
the
like
world.
ever.
Series in
It's
the world.
like-
Yeah.
Lots of things
like
have
no
not
one
been
is.
as popular as
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 4.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy.
But yeah, looks cool. I want to check them out when they eventually come out in 3 years.
I'm definitely more interested in the Arm Fantasia.
Sure. Yeah.
Just looking at the two of them, like that was the one. That
Yeah. Yeah.
appealed
Sure.
more to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. I just
Well,
have
you
more of
don't
an,
have
I have
to
more of an
choose,
idea
Blaine.
what that game will be like.
You can have your cake and eat it.
Yeah.
Squish it beneath your foot in a Gothic horror London as well.
But as somebody who's, you said you're a big fan of. Wild
Yeah,
Arms.
yeah, yeah.
What is it about that series? What's
Oh,
great
they
for it
just-
to come back?
The vibes were just so good. The music, the color palette, the pixel art was so. I mean, I've always loved pixel art like that, but there was such a warmth to Wild Arms, and like, you really felt bonds. I don't know. Yeah, like Wild Arms is just cozy as hell from what I remember. Like I remember really enjoying it for that, and then the strategy element, and it was more like, it felt more active than other
Right.
art JRPGs at the time. So yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah,
And I
they
didn't
showed some
have
sort of, like,
Nintendo, so I never
chain
did
attack
Zelda
system and stuff between your party members.
Yeah. Yeah, like Suikoden, like I like the party stuff. So
Yeah, that definitely seems to be one of the emphasis they have on that game. A shorty, but I mean, it's God of War, so we got to talk about a little bit.
Okay.
It's right now Game Informer's cover story. They've been starting to put some of that stuff out online as well. And the other day they talked with lead combat designers Mihir Sheth and Denny Ye about the idea of playing with your food in God of War's combat system. And just looking at the previous game and wanting to kind of develop that and give players more options and more things. And,
totally.
Like we've all played that game. I think like we all loved that game, even if we didn't play the previous God of Wars. But Brad, it's like from your own kind of perception and stuff, what do you think of combat in that
And the new God of War or the old one?
in 2018?
Oh, I think it was good. I definitely think there was some room for improvement, which I'm sure they're going to do in this sequel. So I'm just curious more about like the synergy and maybe some more mechanics to the combat, some other elements in it. But I think it was great blood because God of War, as it was at the time, kind of ran its course and felt very much the same. And this just kind of like rebooted the whole thing. It's not as complicated as Devil May Cry or anything like that. It's not trying to be, but it has a good feel to it still and a good weight. So I'm curious to see what they'll change this time around. Maybe some new weapon types. We'll see.
that'd be cool. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You nailed it. Like the feel and the impact and the weight of the weapons, they just nailed. Like the Leviathan axe and other stuff feel really, really, really
Just
good.
punching dudes.
Yeah.
Punching dudes, and I'm curious about Atreus now. What
Yeah.
he'll be like, what they'll change for him in combat. Because, he's there the whole time with you.
Yeah, and like if you're gonna directly control him, like will bow combat be good? Like who knows? Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, so some of the things they talked about specifically, they talked about the triangle button because more or less in the previous game...
It's like my third favorite button. Fourth. It's my least favorite of the face buttons, I think.
Okay. You didn't use it much.
No.
They're
Yeah.
saying basically it would call the axe back, but if you had the axe, it really didn't do anything. If you had the Blades of Chaos, then it would switch back to the axe. And so it was just basically...
Spoilers, blood?
They're talking about it openly.
Oh, yeah.
right.
You see them on his
I was
back
trying
in
to.
the
I
first
was trying to
trailer.
not say that
Yeah.
they're in there, but whatever. I guess it has been like 4 years.
But now they're talking about using the triangle button for weapon signature moves.
Oh.
So like you would have
new
signature
move.
moves, so like ice-based attacks for the axe, and then fire-based attacks for the Blades of Chaos. I'm not sure exactly what that looks like or what they'll be.
That's weird.
Or like whether they'll be swappable, like
'Cause
with
you
a lot
had
of the
moves
shield
in the-
moves.
Yeah, you had moves that would apply ice or
Yeah.
fire and
Well,
stuff.
I think it's using the weapons themselves.
Just
Like you
did
had
it.
those ice enemies, and it's like
Yeah.
use the Blades of Chaos rather than using the axe.
Yeah. But you could do like moves. I
Right.
don't remember how you.
Yeah, some
did
moves would
them, though.
apply
been a minute.
frost or fire, and some wouldn't. Yeah, I'm curious. Just different attacks. Hey, that's cool with me.
Yeah.
If they weren't doing anything with triangle and adding another thing for combat, great.
It could be something too that like perhaps like those things like combo well into
Yeah.
the the system that was already there.
Could be like a super move or something.
Yeah. And then they also talked about shields, which is I find interesting. They're talking about having a variety of different shields with different properties and
That's
ways
cool.
to use in combat.
Because you just had the one shield the whole
Yeah.
game, but like
Yeah.
they had some cosmetics, but it's like you don't even see your front of your shield like
Yeah.
at all.
So the two that they talked about in the article, there's the Dauntless Shield, which is about parries. So you're doing the quick last minute parries, and then you could do like a smash attack with that. And then the other one is the Stonewall Shield. So it can't parry, but it absorbs hits and charges up over time.
Oh,
And
to
then when
unleash
you
something.
Charge, you can do,
Wakanda,
like, this
dude.
big
Okay.
shockwave
Dude,
that does a big area effect around you.
Okay.
that's an interesting idea.
And then they said there's going to be other shields later, so
Oh yeah.
I'm curious.
Cool. Yeah. If they make shields their own weapon type now, also great. More variety. I wonder if they'll do it on the bows and stuff too. Because they had different
Yeah.
types of arrows But you
Yeah, you
you
could
just
tell 'em to
upgrade
do-
them. You just switch between them really quick.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I'll be interested to see the next gameplay breakdown.
My
don't
main
wanna
thing
see
is
all these
just
things.
don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it too. Like that combat was real good.
Right.
Don't.
Oh, it looks pretty similar still.
yeah. Oh, I'm
the
sure.
core,
I'm
yeah.
just saying,
Yeah. The
Don't make
Valkyrie
it
fights,
too
the
overwrought.
Muspelheim.
God, the Valkyrie fights are so hard. The Queen of the Valkyries is like the one thing I didn't finish in that game.
Oh yeah.
I did everything else.
Gabby platinumed that one, right?
I think so.
I think she said she platinumed it. It was like with the Valkyrie fights too.
Yeah. Queen of the Valkyries, I was like, all right, I'm
I mean,
good.
there's difficulty options. You can just bump it down if you want.
But
Yeah, I
is that one-
could.
That's why I was wondering though. Is that one where you had to bump it up to get all of them? Or
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
You
Only
just have
Square
to,
Enix
once
does
you
stuff
beat
like
all the
that.
other ones, you get the Queen.
Yeah, pretty sure you can just. PlayStation
if
games
I
are kind of
recall.
like they don't do difficulty trophy things.
Got
They
it.
said they're not allowed to anymore. I
Oh,
think.
Allowed to.
They're not. They discourage that.
Don't do it. No more difficulty trophies.
I love those. I wish they did them.
I just hate when they have them, and then like you're locked out, so you have to play the game multiple times. To get the
Oh,
higher
you mean like you
difficulty.
Oh, yeah,
unlock
that
it?
sucks.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that. Yeah.
Except for FromSoft games. That's
Or
getting
the
new-
other way
getting new
around, where,
endings
like,
is
you get a
perfect.
trophy for hard, but it doesn't give you the trophy.
Yeah,
when you
that's
beat them.
that's like some
evil,
PS3
dude.
era stuff.
Yeah, that's some BS right there. If you played it on hard, you should get normal and easy as well.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Also this week.
Oh,
Konami is bringing back some quote-unquote world-loved franchise to TGS. Jury's out on what it actually is. In its schedule, it just lists a 45-minute show titled Konami New Release Announced.
and people are theorizing because one of the voice actors he was in 3 Konami things and 2 of them were Suikoden games. Like they're gonna be there, so people are thinking Suikoden, but
Right.
that would be sick. But also, Ayuden Chronicles is happening, so like that would be weird
That
if
would
they're
be
just
weird.
like,
Yeah.
ooh, me too. Like,
But people are also saying that, like, I guess whatever sources are saying, it's like it's not going to be Metal Gear, it's not going to be Silent Hill, it's not going to be Castlevania.
It's Bomberman.
yeah, it's gonna be something
Bomberman.
stupid,
Bomberman.
dude. It's gonna be like
You're gonna be like, okay, all right,
Konami.
all right.
One of those
just-
Japanese train simulation games.
Yeah,
Trains are great, but
No,
Konami,
but some of
be
those
serious.
are huge. That's what I mean.
I know. World
Maybe-
love.
Well, it
You-
does say the world.
maybe a Yu-Gi-Oh
Everyone in
game.
the world loves
Don't they make the
It's
Yu-Gi-Oh
gonna be
games?
Yu-Gi-Oh. God dang it.
Could be. Yu-Gi-Oh's not really had any dormancy that I would say, but
They're bringing it back from
could be.
6 months ago.
Don't know.
in a blog post this morning, Phil Spencer reiterated and clarified Microsoft's plans for the Activision Blizzard acquisition, attempting to appease concerns of regulators and players alike. He specified that Call of Duty would continue to release on PlayStation day and date, comparing it to how Minecraft has continued on multiple platforms. And he also confirmed that Call of Duty, Overwatch, Diablo, and Diablo would be coming to Game Pass, which I think we all kind of
Yeah.
expected.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna put everything they can on that.
It would be so stupid to not put Call of Duty on everything. Like to just make it an Xbox
Oh, yeah.
thing.
I
That would
mean,
be so dumb.
It's like Destiny. Like you're not gonna take Destiny off other platforms.
Why not
Same
just
thing.
make all the money?
Well, I think they need that money for how much they spent for all this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it'd be unwise.
Like if there were like a bunch of Xboxes sitting on shelves, maybe, but even then I think it would be a bad idea.
It's funny though because Call of Duty has obviously got the attention because it sells so much and gets 3 games on the NPD report in a single month. But it, he's not promising anything else.
Right.
Like,
Right.
He's not saying all
ain't.
their games we're going to
Sure
put out
ain't.
day and
I
date.
mean, yeah, Starfield's not coming out.
Right.
I don't think any of the Bethesda games are going to come out.
Yeah, but that's the thing with
Like
Bethesda.
Redfall's not.
Yeah.
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 So we'll see what they do with some of these other
Phil's
franchises.
kind of your friend until he's not. So
Yeah.
Sony acquired mobile game developer Savage Studios,
Yes.
who are joining a new. I love how you said that. You have no idea who Savage.
I have no
Studios
clue who that is.
is. They're joining a newly created PlayStation Studios mobile division. In the announcement, Herman Holst emphasized the strategy of expanding beyond the borders of PlayStation consoles, similar to recent efforts that they've been doing on PC. The studio itself hasn't made any other games so far, but staff has had a hand in Clash of Clans and Angry Birds.
Okay.
Oh God.
And they're already working on a new unannounced AAA mobile live service action game. Which means
Every
nothing.
catchphrase.
nothing,
yeah.
I don't know.
That means
Triple
nothing.
A mobile
Action
action
game.
live yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it means
Man.
nothing, I guess.
For a second, I was like, "Ooh, are we gonna get PlayStation, like former PlayStation exclusive titles on phone?
Right?
Like that would be cool.
Yeah.
Like the older, like smaller scale ones, you know, that would be neat. But
Or
who
they
knows?
could do the Nintendo kind of thing and, have like Pokemon Go style game.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Or a gotcha game.
Mario Kart
Like Fire
style
Emblem.
game. And,
Dude.
Yeah.
ARG,
Yeah.
Demon Souls.
Could you imagine like a PlayStation All Stars just gotcha?
Yeah. Oh, I could
Everyone?
easily imagine that. They could easily do that. Blower, this is not exciting to me at all.
No.
As a gaming
Sure.
fan. However,
Did you just say as a game man?
a gaming fan.
Oh,
However, business time, this makes a lot of sense. And I think it's probably a pretty wise move.
Yeah.
To get into the mobile space, like humongous potential to make money there. And they're doing so many live service games already. So they're just this was probably one of the, I think they said they were doing like 10 or 12, something crazy like that.
Right.
So this is probably one of them.
Yeah. Well, especially
this
when
would
you
count.
look at stuff like Fortnite and
Yeah.
PUBG
Oh,
and Call of
yeah,
Duty
yeah.
Mobile. And
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to just be like a match 3 game,
yeah.
in that space.
Well,
Yeah.
and Microsoft owns King, which makes a ton of money.
Yeah.
So-
will if this thing goes through. But yeah.
It's going to go through.
Assassin's Creed Mirage is confirmed
Yep.
to be the name of the next title in the series. It appears to take place in Baghdad, which could potentially bring the series closer to its roots. Also, Bloomberg reporting that it's potentially a smaller scale game,
Yeah.
more like the original game, stealth focused,
Not RPG.
not having the big giant
Yeah.
RPG open
only
world.
600 hours long. It's a shorter game, thankfully.
I was actually reading too that they were talking like this was originally going to be like a DLC
Yeah.
or something for
Yeah, it
Valhalla,
was.
and
Yeah,
then
it
they
was.
spun it off into its own thing.
Dude, that's the scale these games should be, I think. Like, just cool
Dude,
it.
this game's-
cool it.
30 hours.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
30
Yeah.
is great for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Because it's like 80 or 100 now. It's
Yeah.
way too much. And if you're getting away from like the whole RPG thing and like kind of dialing it back into Assassin's Creed, that's exciting to me. I got super burned out by Valhalla.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got really burnt out by Odyssey too. It's just like, dude, stop.
Yeah, and then they're so long and they're so close together
Yeah.
still. It's like you
Yeah.
get burnt out on one. It's like, well, I'm not
Yeah.
picking up the next one.
Yeah.
And the character is from Valhalla. It's just a prequel for him. So
Right.
Oh, really?
yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
a character from it.
Yeah, I mean, like, Sophia, my girlfriend, who is Norwegian and, like, is descended from Vikings, really loved Valhalla. And then when she found out she, like, was 30 hours in and was not even, like, halfway through, she was just like, all right. Like, she was loving it, and she was just like, I can't. Like, that's
the
too
Assassin's Creed
crazy.
way. You love
Yeah.
the first 8 hours,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's all over.
So it's like, if you can't even get her to finish that game, your game's too damn long.
Right.
It was too damn long. I finished it, and it was too damn long.
The games are too damn long.
But we will see more at Ubisoft
Yeah.
Forward on the 10th.
And there's the rumored Assassin's Creed 1 remake being
Are we-
attached with that.
Are we folding that into Easy Chillin'?
We
or
got
what?
to.
I guess we
There's
have
no
to.
way we're not going to.
Yeah, there's no way we
we're just
can't
gonna
do
have to
that.
move some things
Yeah,
and
we'll
bump
move
something
some
out.
stuff. I'll look at the schedule later.
Darkened Sky can wait, or whatever is
We'll
going to be
just
around then.
shave an hour off of Darkened Sky, sure. Just bump everything back an
yeah.
hour, sure.
Everyone's known about this for a while, but Hangar 13 also confirmed
Yep.
that they are working on a new Mafia game. Still a few years away.
Yep. Because did they do the definitive edition of the first one?
Yes.
And that wasn't too
I
long
wanna say
ago.
yes.
I thought it was a different studio.
Maybe not.
I think someone did 2.
Yeah, it was different people
Yeah.
doing whatever. Huber's not here.
Huber's not here.
Yeah. Hangar 13 did do Mafia 3, though.
Yes, they did
Yeah.
3. I know that.
Yeah.
Corrections.
Next week.
Let
See you
us
then.
know. See you then.
Leaks show that the Game Pass family plan could actually be called Game Pass Friends and Family, acknowledging that players will likely share plans outside of their immediate household.
Yep.
Yeah. I got my friend Matthew on my Hulu.
Nice.
I don't care.
Netflix has canceled its current Resident Evil series after one season.
Probably the right play.
It wasn't good.
It was not very good.
It was
I
pretty
wanted
bad.
it to be good. Just do the first game.
Like you've
The story
tried
is cool.
so many things already. Just do it.
Why don't
You clearly can't write outside the games. They can't do
they
it.
can't
they
do
can't
it?
do
They
it.
They screw it up every time.
Doesn't,
Every
like,
time.
How many adaptations of Resident Evil has there been? Like more than any
Off
other
the
video
top
game
of my
thing.
head, 9.
That's a lot. The Embracer Group has completed their acquisition of Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and the soon-to-be renamed Square Enix Montreal, which will form the 12th operating group within the growing company.
They've been embraced.
Embraced, yeah.
And Shovel Knight Dig is finally coming out on September
Finally.
23rd
Hell yeah!
for Switch, Apple Arcade, and Steam.
Finally.
I didn't know that. Oh, I'm stoked on that. I love dig style games.
It was cool.
Favorite subgenre,
Remember when
digging.
they came in before
Yeah.
the pandemic?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you
I played it
play
like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is cool. I did not-
SteamWorld Dig
only
2,
if I knew.
dude. Game of the year forever.
SteamWorld
I
was
love
cool.
that game.
Yeah. It's time for love and respect. Country Rufus today.
Yeah.
Love and respect.
From Darby. Hi there, allies. When you choose a character in fighting games, a class in a FromSoft game, a job in an RPG, or any equivalent choice, how much do you weigh appearance and vibe versus in-game stats? I personally am completely in the fashion over function camp and will choose the roguish female fighter over everything else.
Similar boat. Games do this less now than they used to, but my whole life, if like some classes were female and some classes were male, I didn't even see the male ones. So like Diablo, old Diablo, it's like, okay, I guess I'm an assassin, stuff like that. But nowadays you can usually just pick for any class. So it's an important consideration. Like if something looks too big and bulky, I don't usually go for it because I like fast, agile characters. So definitely, I'd say it's half the decision. Yeah.
It depends on how good the piece of equipment I'll be giving up for looks is. Like, sometimes I want those numbers.
Right.
Sometimes those numbers are juicy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care if I'm wearing a cool looking hat. Who cares? I'm going to crush this thing. That's what I'm going to do. Think about like an MMO back in the day. It looked goofy all the time. But it's like, it's the best gear. I'm going to wear this no matter what.
That's why different games call it different things. I don't remember what Diablo.
Transmog?
Transmog, yeah. That's why Transmog is sick.
Yeah,
because you could
Transmog
be
is
wearing
cool.
like 800 different weird ass things, but look like you're wearing like
Times have
a
changed.
tiny little, skirt or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, fighting game characters is definitely, like, I like certain characters. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
but,
just the moveset for me usually for fighting character.
yeah, a lot of times
Yeah.
it comes down to, like,
Doesn't
who
matter to
actually
me the appearance as much.
Feels right.
Yeah, for fighting games, it's definitely like there are characters I'm going to try first, but then the one I'm going to play more is the one that feels right. But like I'm definitely trying like the tall girl first, Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting to work your way through those. And then you get, like, some tiny little, like, monster dude and some tiny Or, like, I remember one of the Naruto games, you could play as is it Kiba's dog?
Akamaru.
No, really?
Yeah.
Akamaru, yeah.
You just play as the dog.
Cool.
That's kind of sweet.
That is cool. What about Clay Fighter, Blood? Who was your main?
Clay
Oh my
Fighter.
god. It's been a minute on Clay Fighter.
Yeah.
And who would be the main?
I picked
I
the
remember
slime
the
dude.
snowman guy.
Frosty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always pick the slime guy.
There's a slime guy. There's that tall, like, stripey dude.
There's like a taffy man. Or something
Yeah. That's
Yep,
what I'm
yep.
talking about. Yeah. I rented the hell out of that game. I never owned it. But we
Well, one
rented
of them
all
was
the
a
time.
Blockbuster exclusive. The 64 one.
The 64 one.
63
It's weird because
and a...
63 and
The
a
game
third.
itself, it wasn't an exclusive, but Blockbuster had an exclusive version of it.
Oh, okay.
Exclusive
Yeah,
a
there you go.
character
There
or
you go.
something.
Yeah.
There's Booger Man in it. I remember that.
Yeah. Gross. I liked that game as a kid.
Yeah, me too. How could you know as like a kid?
Yeah. It's like the quintessential kid
was
game.
like 6.
Clay
It's like,
Fighter?
ah.
Come on.
Let's play a game.
Whoa.
No lights. Still dancing. from Frankie. I actually grabbed this from last week because I was like, I put a pin in that. I was like, oh, this is fun. Mario Kart or Wario Fart? Hey, allies. Mario Kart has had a bunch of vehicles over the years, from karts to cars and motorcycles. And a lot of them have pretty goofy names, too. Below is a list of different kart names.
Oh, boy.
You've ever paid attention to your kart
I
I
names?
didn't know
no.
they had names.
From over the years, can you figure out the real from the fake? And I'm going to keep a score on this one. So here we go. Just real or fake. You don't have to do anything else.
Good, because I don't want to say fart.
Wild Wiggler.
That sounds
seems real.
There's like a Wiggler bike in 8, isn't there?
Yeah, that's the real.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we know where we're, the realm
For
that
now.
we're dealing with.
For now.
Dry Bomber.
That seems like Dry Bones that could be
Kart.
his motorcycle. Dry Bones?
That sounds like Dry Bomber. Definitely a Dry Bones vehicle. I'm just gonna say no though.
I'll say yeah.
That's real.
Yeah, which Mario Kart is it?
They didn't get into that. I wish they had.
We don't have that information,
We
Brad.
don't have that information.
Frankie didn't provide that information. Frankie.
Bike.
Bike.
God, I hope that's real.
Bike.
Is it like Villager or something?
No.
He's not in there. Yeah, I'm going to say no.
That's fake.
Oh, I wanted that to be
I
real.
was like, is there an Excite Bike character?
Steel Driver.
Yes.
Yeah,
think
it
so.
could be like for metal.
It's like the Steel Diver car, right? Isn't there one like that?
We'll say yes.
Yep, that's real. And you got the reference right. That's the Steel Diver. Steel Diver car. Submarine. The Sneaker. Sneeker.
That's so random.
I
Does it
don't
look
know.
like... Is it like a shoe pun or something?
Sneaker?
I'll say yes.
No?
That's real.
What is it?
It is a car, or is a shoe.
Okay.
just-
It's a shoe?
It's just a shoe.
Okay.
Yeah. If we go to that game, you'll see it.
Okay.
Yeah. The next time you play, it's in there.
The quick aside here, as a kid, you know how cars would say like the door is ajar, the door is ajar. Apparently, when I was a kid, I said some that happened, and then I was like, in my car, the door is a shoe, because I thought it was the door is a jar.
The 2014 Toyota Camry SE.
Wait, they did actually put like Mercedes in there.
Yeah. No.
I'll say no. I don't remember a Camry. in
Yeah, I don't
there.
remember
Yeah,
Camry.
that's fake.
Ugh. But they did do real world cars.
Yeah.
Which blew my... I was like, what?
Nothing's sacred in Mario Kart.
Nothing is sacred.
Donkey Kart.
Donkey
This
Kart?
seems like it could be a double
This- yeah,
blind,
this
like
is
a double
tough.
fake.
Well, would they call it Donkey Kart?
Because
though?
wouldn't it be called like a barrel or something? Like,
I don't know.
I'm going to say
I'm just
no.
trying to
I think
think-
this is a trick.
An early Mario Kart game, maybe? Sure, yeah.
That's fake.
Donkey Kart, dude.
I think I'm doing well at this game.
Super Blooper.
Real.
Super Blooper, yeah. Real.
Yep, that's real.
Sniffed you, Frankie. We sniffed it.
2014 Mercedes-Benz GLA.
Real.
2014? Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
That's
real.
like
That's the one.
That's
Yep.
the SUV.
Actually, I think there might be
I
two.
think. Yeah, there were... I remember the like boxy looking one.
Mm-hmm.
The Bandwagon.
Bandwagon.
That sounds familiar.
I'll just say no.
I'll say yes.
That is fake.
Oh.
The Drill Dozer.
Drill Dozer.
That I'm gonna say real. I don't remember any drills.
I don't know. I haven't played every Mario Kart, so I don't know.
Yeah,
No, I guess.
I'll say real.
That is fake.
Damn it!
And the Mushmallow.
Mushmallow.
Real.
Yeah.
Yep, that's real. Isla wins it by 1 point.
Woohoo!
Drill Dozer is a GBA game.
Oh.
That's where that little
I was thinking of like
bit comes
Rossetti from Animal Crossing. I was like, is he in one of them?
Yeah.
From Brandon Ray. Do you keep a running list of to-play games on your backlog? And do you keep a list of games you've played / beaten?
I do keep a list of games I've / beaten for every year. I go through it.
I keep
That I roll
intending
credits
to.
on every year. I don't do backlog though anymore.
Right.
I just play whatever it's on the backlog that I want to play.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't keep track of games that I haven't played. I just play stuff that I feel like playing. But like every year I keep thinking I should keep a list of games I've played just because it would make Game of the Year shit more easier. And then I just forget.
Right. Yeah, Huber's definitely got me on the games beaten list.
What was that site that you...
I'll have to I forgot what it's called. I'll have to post it to you.
Yeah, you
it's
like
GG something.
Yeah, he showed me a site that's kind of like Letterboxd, but for video games, and you can just like keep a played list. I signed up for it thinking like, oh, this is going to be really handy later. So I should get back into that because 6 months from now, I'll thank myself for doing so.
The past couple of years, I've started keeping that list of things that I've beaten. But now I'm starting to wonder if I should just like add the ones that I've played and not beaten as well, and just mark whether I beat it or not. Because like you're saying, it's like sometimes you go through so many games in a year, and it's like, what was good?
Yeah. Like at the end of the year, I'm like, what did I like? Nothing? Cool. Immortality, I guess? Yeah.
As for backlogs...
Did you forget about Elden Ring? How dare you?
I have forgotten about Elden Ring. That game was 300 years
so
ago.
Hilarious. We got to the end of the year, and everyone's like, what? Oh, and just forgot Elden Ring existed.
Too early in the year, man. Too early in the year. No, they're strategically going to put a DLC out right before everyone starts thinking about Game of the Year awards to make everyone remember it and be like, oh, right, this game is perfect.
Maybe at the Game Awards.
You stop.
But with backlogs, what tends to end up happening is, when we have those Game of the Year discussions and stuff, like I'll make the list of things that like, okay, like I want to try to get to this stuff, and then I'll still have that list afterwards, even like things that I hadn't gotten to, and like maybe I'd throw on some other things that you guys have brought up.
Yeah.
And then I don't really attend to it that much afterwards. Some of those games I might play, but then I don't really add on to that list too much. Or like there'll just be things in the back of my head, like Ghostwire. I want to play that sometime.
We as a company form a big list. When Game of the Year comes around, I love spreadsheets. And so I force us to use all these spreadsheets for Game of the Year and stuff. And like there's a column of like, hey, these games will probably come up. And like all of us put stuff that we think will come up, and so we all try to play all of those.
This whole industry runs on spreadsheets. If you're not aware,
everything is spreadsheets.
A lot of game developers out there using spreadsheets.
Yeah, whole games are made in like Excel. It's kind of nuts.
Are you aware of the? I don't think it works anymore. But back in the day, the sort of Doom clone thing that was in Excel.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember a friend showed me that.
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
It's time for bets.
Whoa.
This week's bet. Disney Dreamlight Valley releases in early access on Tuesday, September 6th. It has moonstones for its currency. The standard edition, because I think this is going to be free to play eventually, but like the Founders Pack you have to pay for. I don't know.
I guess maybe early access you have to pay for no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
To get the Founders Pack.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
But I don't know exactly. But the standard edition comes with 8,000 moonstones. The deluxe edition comes with 14,500 moonstones, and the ultimate edition comes with 20,000 moonstones. How many moonstones will the most expensive item cost on day one? So if there's a house or a dress or a hat or some little companion buddy or some sofa, whatever costs the most moonstones.
Yeah.
How many moonstones will that cost?
And it's on Game Pass?
It's on Game Pass.
Is that the standard
That's the
with
standard
8,000?
edition,
Okay.
Isla.
42,000 moonstones.
Pretty low, but 20,000.
20,000. Not a bad. Not a bad. I guess I'm getting
Not a bad.
that high. 71,000.
Woo.
Yeah, just like, what do you buy? I don't know what you buy in this
knows?
game or anything.
I
I mean,
like
it's
this-
like a Sims or Animal Crossing, to where it's like you get to customize all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah.
who knows?
I like this
it
bet
could be like a
because-
fairy tale castle.
Oh
Right.
my god.
Like, the most expensive thing could be a dress that's 800, you know?
Right.
We have no idea. Or there could be, you could buy a Bugatti in there for like
You get a
200
tea
million.
set
Yeah.
to have your friends over.
Yeah.
I hope I can buy a taxidermy thing of Baloo from the Jungle Book. That'd be cool.
But maybe you could buy Baloo himself for some weird.
Oh yeah, I
reason,
guess they could just
Baloo
be there.
cannot be bought and sold.
Unless he's dead.
Yeah.
or a Baloo costume.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
Or
Is this
like-
game going to be cool?
I don't
It's
know.
probably
I
going to
think it
suck,
could be.
right?
Ask
I'm kind of interested
Ask
in it.
Jones to give it a score. Whatever he gives it, drop it down
Drop
by
it by
2.
4, yeah.
Last week's bet. TMNT, the Cowabunga collection, is out now. I checked the top 10 English reviews on OpenCritic. How many times would I find the word radical?
Radical.
Now, there's
Alright.
a wrinkle here that I did not account for.
Rad.
Uh-oh.
One of the games has radical in the
Oh,
title.
Somebody mentioned this.
TMT3 Radical Rescue for Game Boy. So I've counted, so I didn't count if it was just in a list. Like if they just had like some breakout list, like here's all the games that are in the
Okay.
box. But I do want to know
If they noted, what if they
If-
said the game individually?
if they talk about a game, if they bring
Okay.
it up and they talk about the features of the game, should
I think
that
it should count.
You think that should
Like
count?
it's on us to have known that. So
yeah, I think that's fair.
Fair? Okay. So, our bets last week, Huber bet it would show up 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Brad bet it should show up once. Isla bet it should show up 7 times.
I'm liking saying yes to them counting right now. I forgot what I bet.
I bet 4 times. And the total out of 9 reviews from IGN, Metro Game Central, Destructoid, 6 Access, Shack News, Ars Technica, God is a Geek, Games Beat, Gaming Trend, and PlayStation Universe. There's a total of 9 times. Every one of those was mentioning Radical Rescue.
Oh wow! So if we had said no, it would have been 0.
Would have been a straight.
Yeah.
Oh
0.
wow!
So-
I forgot I said 7.
Yeah, I did not think about my bet with a game title having it, but
Yeah.
makes sense, I guess.
Apparently that's like Metroidvania style or whatever.
What?
I want to check that
Really?
game out.
What?
Yeah, and then
That
like,
does sound
in the
radical.
collection, they've added the ability to like put map markers on the map. There's
Okay.
a lot of cool stuff in
Dude.
this collection. I'm really curious to check it out.
9 times.
That brings our scores to Massive Chubs 17, Splish. The Lotus Sea Lions 16.
That was a good one.
Let me tell you about patreon.com/easyallies. Please don't tune out because Patreon is how we can keep going.
I think saying "please don't tune out" makes people tune out.
Yeah.
No, it'll get them.
I'd click.
Because that's the autopilot, the thing that you always hear. Yes, we are viewer supported. We are independent. There is no big corporation. There's no Tencent. There is no NetEase
We've not been embraced.
running Easy Allies. We are running because of you, because of the people who watch this show and decide that, hey, that is worth $1 every month, or $5 or $10 or whatever you think that this show and everything else that we do is worth. And we also have perks and rewards and things over there. If you are in the $1 tier, you get this podcast with no ads and 2 extra love and respect questions. And if you do $5, you get early access to this and some other shows. You get to submit to Love and Respect and Workout Buddies. And you get access to our Discord, where I actually keep an eye on that news channel for things that might be worth talking about here. And we're also changing some things up. Our exclusives are changing. I put a post up on Patreon this week. So Trash Babies and Achieve It Yourself, which is coming back soon, will be public now. But there will be extended cuts, basically uncut versions, at that $5 tier. Spoiler Mode will also be public. But we're going to be doing extra spoiler modes roughly once a month or so that will be on things that are not necessarily current. So we're going to be
Retro.
playing
Spoiler mode
Kind of.
retro.
Silent Hill 3
Yeah.
at Easy Chillin'.
Yeah, we are.
And then a little bit after that, we will talk about Silent Hill 3. And then same thing, movies, TV shows, things that we are familiar with already. Will be there at that $1 tier, along with Fast and Loose.
Yeah, baby.
And then for the upper echelons, the people that are giving us $250 or more, we have shout-out tiers, and we shout them out on this podcast and our other podcasts. And this month's shout-outs go to Javawabs, Elthanis, Greg, the Dark Knight Kettering, and Anacroth. Shout out. Isla.
Huh?
You get to promote any Easy Allies video you'd like to promote. You get the final word on anything you've disagreed with, want to reiterate, or it just popped into your head. And you get to sign off with your trademark sign off.
What do I want to plug? Mysterious Monsters. Watch that shit. Watch it. Tell everyone you know, everyone you've ever met about Mysterious Monsters. I want to plug Easy Chillin' for my final word.
About a week away.
Yeah. Friday, September 9th, 10th, 11th, noon to moon, as Gabby says, noon to midnight every day. We are streaming stuff.
Watch the moon come out at like 3 p.m. that
Yeah,
night.
we're done. See you later.
midnight.
It's going to be a lot of fun stuff. We're going to continue Darkened Sky. Blood just alluded. You don't have to be
I'm
there.
not gonna.
It's going to be rough, at least to start. We're in a bad spot.
We're in a bad spot. We're
better
going to
hope
play
Dawn's
Silent
not
Hill
there.
3, like Blood said. We've got some fun guests coming. We've got some fun stuff happening. Hopefully some new merch will be ready for that time period. It's going to be great. And yeah, it's going to be fun. So tell your friends, and please join us for that over on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/easyallies. Good night and good game.
Bobby's still there. So
So everything will be okay,
Bobby's still
everybody.
around.
Don't worry.